Hello, everyone. I am Holly Hayes, the Managing Director of A Beach for Everyone. I've just put on the screen here, this is our website. This is the link here. This is who we are. This is what we do. We really believe that our beaches should be respected by everyone. Is that happening? Not really, as I'm going to speak about in the next 4 minutes. We were born out of the pandemic, and I want to share a little bit more about what we've discovered since then. So we believe our beaches are our safe haven, and they really should be a welcoming place for everyone who wants to enjoy the activities that the beach and nature have to offer. People should be respectful of the environment, which we've not seen in the last few weeks, have we, with what's been making the mainstream media, with everyone leaving their rubbish behind? And are they being respectful of their fellow beachgoers? Not really. If you tune into the news, you'll also see really disrespectful, dangerous behavior, and of the residents that live nearby, which obviously the biggest impact is noise, which we're going to talk about today. So our focus, we do have many, but for the purpose of this webinar, I'm going to focus on this one. Problems with excessive noise, loud amplified music. So I'm echoing everything Elvira just said. Dance, drinking parties, disorderly conduct. And our aim is to work with decision-making bodies to ensure that our beaches are a safe place where everyone feels respected. That's our mission, but let's be real for a second. Beach noise is a symptom of a much larger problem, and I think everybody's touched on this today in their own way. And here's a couple of things that are really going on. So there's a lack of proper signage in the area. Now, I saw an interesting article this week, which I did share on our Twitter, just using Wreck Beach as an example. And they were saying about how there's people going down there to deliberately photograph nudists. And basically that there's signage. Yeah, sure. It says no photography allowed, but that's also on the sign where it says no drinking and no smoking and all the other things that nobody pays attention to. So the first thing, there's a lack of proper signage. There's increasing disrespect for each other. The environment, surrounding community, it's totally on the rise. And that's why we were born out of the pandemic, because everyone was pushed outdoors. And then everyone just thought it was a free for all on our beaches. And the thing is, it's very clear that people are more disrespectful when there are no clear consequences. And why is that? Because there's a lack of enforcement. So for those that don't know, as per the Vancouver Charter, item 496, employees are to have special powers. A person employed by the park board as a warden, a lifeguard, security guard in parks, while performing a duty in a park, has all the powers and authority of a police constable. So why are we not empowering the park rangers to actually do their job? There is a lack of enforcement. The second thing, while we're talking about park rangers, there's actually a shortage. So Elvira and I were talking about this today. And this actually blew my mind. I mean, I knew that there was a shortage of park rangers, but I didn't know that they were so thinly spread. So I've put this in bold here, all being well, because when is ever all being well in our city? There are 10 rangers scheduled at any one time. That's 2 for English Bay and surrounding areas. So we are actually a West End based organization. So Elvira and I often connect about what's going on either side of the bridge. So 2 for English Bay and surrounding areas, 2 for Western beaches, 2 for the downtown east side, 2 for east, central and south, and 2 roving rangers. Now, when I say all being well, and I've been told this directly by the park board, if there is an event or some sort of an emergency happening at one of those jurisdictions, there's going to be rangers pulled from other areas. So I can count on probably one hand the amount of times I've seen the park rangers actually at English Bay, because no doubt there's more, emergency situations happening in other areas of the city. So again, just to reiterate what Elvira had to say, buskers and amplified noise. So this is one of the reasons why our organization started, because there's lots of illegal busking happening. And it's not just the fact that a busker's popping up and maybe playing for 2 hours, but as an example, last weekend, You got 4 buskers playing all at once, competing for the audience, and all of the sound going over the top of each other, including a bagpiper, so need I say more, that plays for 2 hours. So the park board actually did complete this observational study at the end of last summer, and I'm having some technical issues too, so I'm going to actually pop it in the chat right now, just so you can access it, because I know you'll be eager to have a look at it. It's really interesting what they found at the end of last summer. So you can go and have a look at that report there, and definitely get in touch with me about what you think. And finally, I just want to wrap up by saying, if you think it's noisy now, particularly if you do live in the West End, right now there is a 30-year plan in the works for what's going to be rolled out on our parks, beaches, and connections to and through the West End waterfront. So I really, really encourage you. I know there's so many surveys open right now, and there's also the one on noise. And I think maybe coincidence, all these surveys are happening at once. Can we really keep up with what is happening? So I really encourage you, actually, Neil and I, which is why I'm at Neil's place, he's just in the other room, because we actually went down to Cactus Club tonight to meet with the planners. This was actually the last chance, although they did say there's another one happening on May 20th, but it's not, that doesn't reflect on the website. We actually did go down to meet with the planners to chat with them about the design. So I would really, really encourage you, even if you don't live in the West End, I mean, this is going to affect all of us ultimately. Please do share your opinions. And yeah, just have a good look at the design that they're bringing forward, because there's going to be lots more noise that they want to push out, and they want to take away our access to the beach. So finally, thank you. Please do connect with us. We are really passionate about noise. If you can like, follow, share, subscribe to our newsletter, follow our page. If you have any questions after you read that report, please give me a shout. My email is there. And thank you. I wanted to keep it short because I know we're running over time.